Hello my beautiful friends, what is up? How are you? Welcome back to another video. If you've been here before, it's so nice to see you again. If you haven't been here before, hey, what's up? My name's Steph. It's so good to have you here hanging out with us and chatting today. So before we jump in, I did just have a wave of anxiety come over me. I don't know why, but we're gonna work through it anyway. If I'm feeling a little bit off in this video, that is probably why. So today we're going to be chatting about 7 of my favorite things that spirituality has gifted me on this journey so far. I think that a lot of the time I focus on the heavy stuff to do with my healing journey, and I focus on the heavy things that I'm going through, because I feel like when we're focused on heavy things and we're going through heavy things, that's when we look for the most guidance and that's when we look for the most support. But sometimes it's just good to focus on the good stuff too. Yeah, so let's just jump right on in. So number 1 is going to be letting myself be free from victimization. So this whole video is kind of going to tie into the same core concepts, but I think it's important to talk about the different layers of these things. So letting myself be free from victimization, I think that when you are looking at your life through how a lot of us look at our life before we start a spiritual journey, and we're in this thing of like, my life is so hard and all these awful things have happened to me and I'm going through so much and I feel like I have no support and I have no hope and there's just nothing for me. When you start a spiritual journey and you start delving into aspects of yourself and you start realizing that you are a divine being living a temporary human experience, nothing is happening to you. It is all happening for you to learn and to change and to grow and to evolve into the highest version of yourself. And it's so easy to get caught up in those things that make you feel like you're just merely a human, but you aren't. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things I've learned, especially through the things that I've gone through on my journey, is there is nothing that I can't handle, because 1, I'm not alone. I have a whole universe behind me, rooting me on, making sure that everything is always working out for me, making sure that I'm safe and that I'm protected and that I'm supported. But not only that, they're here to support me in these lessons, and they're here to really help me and guide me into the next chapters of my life. And even if I feel alone on an ego, human-based 3D level, I'm never truly alone, because I am the universe, and we all are, and we're all connected, and we all have each other. And not even like in a physical 3D sense, but like we're all connected as a collective energy, and energy is everything, and that's all we are. And so we're connected to the energy of the universe, and we have all this support, and we have all these great things going for us, and we're so loved and so protected. And like having that knowledge, like even in the hardest times that I've gone through, it's like, okay, regardless of like how I'm feeling right now, and this is completely valid, but regardless of how I'm feeling, I am loved and I'm supported and I'm being protected. And that is a really nice feeling, especially if you've lived a human experience thus far where you felt so lonely. Having that knowledge of like you're never alone, and you've always got the universe behind you and your team behind you and your angels and whatever you believe in behind you. I know that there is always a team of people, my angels, my guides, the archangels, with me, guiding me, supporting me, and making sure that I know that I am loved in every moment, even in the moments where it's hard to love myself. Number 2 is knowing that life can be whatever I want. I used to live my life a lot of the time feeling so trapped in my circumstance and feeling so bogged down by the limitations I placed on myself. And sometimes I still do feel like that. It's an everyday journey to remember that I am the creator of my own reality, and what I focus on grows, and what I give my attention to flows. And it's hard for me sometimes to remember that, but actually knowing that you have that power and you're like, yeah, I've got this. I can have whatever I want in this world if I work through my stuff, and if I align to the feeling of it, and I align to the vibration, and I radiate that frequency, I will receive that thing. I will live that life. I will achieve everything that I've ever wanted if I just allow myself to and give myself permission to. And I feel like a lot of the time we don't give ourselves permission because we're so used to feeling like we're trapped. But it's okay for us to embody the fact of like, we create our life and our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings and all of the things that we put in our focus is going to return back to us tenfold. And so we can focus on the good things, we can focus on gratitude, we can focus on the things we love, and it's so freeing to know that. So number 3 is going to be knowing that right here, right now, I am exactly where I need to be and I'm right on time. So I find that I sometimes struggle a lot with having this timeline of like where I think my life should be going and where I think I should be and where I think that I should be farther or more behind, and just really judging myself and where I am. But it's always nice to come back to it when you come out of that moment of negativity or self-doubt or anything like that. When you come out of those moments of like, I'm not far enough, at a base level, right here, right now is exactly where I'm needing to be. Right here, right now is exactly where I'm needing to be. I'm learning the lessons that I came here to learn. I'm living the life I'm meant to live. And there's nothing wrong with this moment. There's no need to rush. I'm always going to get to where I need to go. And right now, I am exactly where I need to be. And it takes a lot of the anxiety out of it, because I find that I struggle with anxiety. And just reminding myself that right now is the only thing that's real. And right now I'm safe and I'm right where I need to be and everything is going exactly according to the plan and I'm safe and I'm protected. It's so nice to be able to fall back on that thought even in like the darkest moments of like, okay, take a breath. Right now I'm good, exactly where I am, and right now is the only thing that matters, regardless of what my ego is telling me or what my fears are telling me. I am good. Number 4 is going to be understanding myself more instead of judging. So I've been doing a lot of healing lately. I've been really delving into the dark parts of my shadow work and working on those things that have plagued me for a very long time. And being able to like look at myself and those moments with a sense of compassion instead of judging myself and being angry at myself for hurting or healing or having to go through this and having to heal. Being compassionate with myself is so much more kind, I guess you could say, and having those moments of like, I get it and I understand why I am the way I am, and that's okay. And like, I'm good, you know, and really being honest and kind and gentle with myself instead of coming from this ego place of like judging myself and feeling like I shouldn't feel this way. It feels so nice to just be like, okay, I understand, because for a long time I felt so misunderstood, and giving myself the opportunity to understand myself and know that that's enough is a really good feeling. So the next point is going to be enjoying the simplicity of feeling good. Abraham Hicks talks about the only thing that I need to focus on right now is feeling good, and that's the only thing that's important to me. And I've really tried to encompass that into every part of my life and to really just focus on the good things I have happening for me, because it's nice to just feel good, you know. And I'm not saying that I never feel negative. Obviously, I was just telling you guys that I'm feeling a bit of anxiety right now. But like, I can be like, okay, like I'm feeling this. I understand that I'm feeling like this. It's okay. Like, it's good. But like, I am so grateful, and like I have so many good things, and like I can think about things that I love, and I can daydream, and I can just focus on good things and pull myself out of that negativity, you know. So that's nice. That's a really good feeling. Like when I can just like sit here and daydream about all of the awesome things that I want in my life and that I'll have in my life and that I'll experience. It's just an escape, and it feels so good. But number 6 is forgiveness is for yourself. And it took me a long time to kind of wrap my brain around this, because I've had some people in my life that I haven't forgiven for a very long time. And that's because I felt like they didn't deserve my forgiveness. But there's a quote that says, you can't drink poison and expect the other person to die. And that's true. You holding on to anger and bitterness and resentment is only hurting yourself. And so when I chose to forgive the people that have hurt me the deepest in my life, it was for me. And it wasn't something where I needed to forgive them to their face. It was energetically forgiving them and cutting those ties and doing that for myself, because I deserve to be free from that anger and that bitterness and that resentment, and I deserve to feel good. And I can't continue to hold on to anger and hope that the other person suffers, because anger is a very debilitating emotion if you hold on to it for a very long time. If you hold on to negativity for too long, it will make your physical body sick. And I don't deserve to diminish myself in hopes that it hurts someone else, because that person is learning on their own and they're healing on their own, and they're probably putting themselves through enough hell without you drinking poison and expecting them to die, you know? It's like when you forgive other people, it sets you free. And that was one of the most beautiful lessons that I've learned. And I've been told by people my entire life that it's better to just forgive and forget. But you don't have to forget, but you can forgive and set yourself free, because you deserve that. You deserve to feel good. You deserve to be excited. You deserve to know that regardless of what that person does, like, it's their fault, and them hurting you is not okay. But they are being punished enough by not having access to you and your divinity and your energy and your kindness. And you don't need to harm yourself in hopes of harming them. And that feels really nice, to just forgive for yourself, you know. And the last point is going to be knowing that the universe loves me. Regardless of the lessons I'm learning, regardless of the life I'm experiencing, regardless of the decisions I make, whether I judge myself for them or not, knowing that the universe loves me exactly as I am in every single moment, and there is no judgment, there is no anger. The universe isn't ever going to turn its back on me. I am supported and I'm loved and I'm protected. And having that kind of intangible support system, regardless of whether I can see them or I can't see them, knowing that they're always here, and knowing that I always have awesome things coming for me because they love me and they want to see me succeed and they want to see me thrive, and everything that I could ever want is what they want for me and so much more. And they never look at me as anything other than divine and perfect, and just so proud of me for everything that I've grown and gone through and experienced, because being a human is hard, and we do have that support system cheering us on and loving us unconditionally, because we are them and they are us. And that is so comforting to have that support. Sometimes it feels like you don't have that, but the universe and your guides and your angels and your support team, whatever that is for you, is always here for you and is always loving you and is always with you every step of the way, guiding you, protecting you, ensuring that you are always so safe and so protected. So those are my 7 things that are my favorite things about my spiritual journey so far. And I think that the farther I go down this path, the more I realize that my team is with me. And when I say my team, I mean my angels and my guides and the archangels and the universe and any other divine being of positive energy. They're here with me. And I know that they're proud of me, and I know that your team is proud of you. And I think that sometimes we need that reminder. So I hope that if you're just starting your spiritual journey and you haven't experienced some of this stuff yet, I hope that you kind of open your heart to that and you start to see more of it. I'm excited for you to be able to experience the incredible love that this journey will bring you in the hard times and in the good times. And I'm so excited for you and your healing journey. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you would like to subscribe and join our ever-growing little family, I would love to have you. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. It does mean so much to me, and it does help the channel out a lot so we can grow and share our healing journey with other people. If this was my last time seeing you and my only time seeing you, I hope that I brought you some peace and clarity, and I wish you all the best on your healing journey. I'm sending you so much love, and I will see you guys next week for a whole new video. Before we end, on Tuesdays, I am posting podcast episodes to this channel, so it's kind of the same format, just a podcast episode instead of a video. So we'll be discussing more topics there, and I would be happy to have you checking in on the comment section and letting me know your thoughts every single Tuesday with the Divinely Human podcast. I'm so happy to be bringing that to YouTube and to be rebirthing that part of my creativity. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye!